Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of Maggie's Mistake by Carolyn Brown, performed by Sarah Naughton. Chapter 1. Everett Dulanis was dreaming of his sweet Carolina's pretty blue eyes when something cold awoke him with a start. The chilly barrels of a shotgun were pressed right between his brown eyes, which suddenly popped open wide as he tried to figure out in his half-asleep, half-awake state just why someone would want to kill him. He must still be dreaming, because he was on a straw tick mattress in a dugout house with a strange red-haired woman wrapped in nothing but a thin blanket snuggled against his side. But it sure seemed real enough. It had to be the most vivid dream he'd ever had in his entire life. He could feel the chill of the gun barrels on his skin, and his life had begun to flash before him. "I reckon it's time you wake up and get ready to pay the price for your wicked night, or else take both these shells in your head, Doc," the man holding the gun said. Everett was not dreaming. 4 other men crowded down the steps and stopped in their tracks when they saw the sight before them. The new doctor in the Dodsworth Indian Territory and Maggie Listen wrapped up together in a couple of worn-out blankets. By the bareness of her shoulders and legs, there wasn't much left to the imagination about what went on in that old abandoned dugout house. "Get on out of here. Ain't a one of you got any business looking on my daughter like that." Ben Listen shooed them away with his gun, then pointed it right back at Everett's head. From his viewpoint, each one of those barrels looked big enough to drive a team and freight wagon into. He didn't know whether to start explaining the whole story before or after he got his clothes back on. Now that he was fully awake, he realized what was going on. Appearances were certainly deceiving. If Ben would just put down the blunderbuss and listen to reasoning, he'd understand. Somehow the look in the older man's angry blue eyes told Everett no matter how fast and furious he explained, there was still going to be a bloodletting. Maggie moaned lightly in her sleep and threw an arm over Everett's chest. Ben didn't need any more.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?